Hi there. So here in the screen we have the VFB Predictor Crash BC Game. This is a channel that sends the signals for the crash game on BC Game. Now, how do you use it? To get started, there is this pinned message that shows you how to install an extension that needs to get the history data from the BC game, and then it sends it to a server. The server calculates the predictions and then sends the messages to this channel, right? So after you installed the extension and started the extension, the predictions start to be sent in this channel. So what strategy do you use to make a winning out of these predictions? There are a number of strategies that you can use, and one of the strategies that I made out of these predictions is a strategy built that is shown in these messages, right? So instead of just following these predictions one by one, because these predictions are sent for each round of the crash game, instead of following each and every prediction, which might be challenging because the outcomes of the crash games have varying odds, right? They come out with varying multiple. For example, you can have an outcome that is very small, sometimes an outcome that is very big, and trying to manage your stake to be able to cover your losses and make profits can be challenging. So I made a strategy to make it a little bit to help make profit, right? So let me show you the strategy. So here I started the servers, so we can start here. So the strategy tells you when to bet, right? So there's a message that is sent. The message is being sent contains the previous outcome and the next prediction, right? Previous outcome and next prediction. Yes, there is some other information here, but let us not talk about it right now. So we have the previous outcome and the next prediction. Here we have something called a signal or bet. Below it there should be a message here. When we have a signal for a bet, there is some message that is shown under signal/bet section. So since the signal/bet section is empty here, I skip that bet and wait for that prediction that has a signal that is being sent. So we wait, and then here comes the signal. So usually I follow these signals. Here's the signal. The signal tells you the previous outcome, tells you the next bet amount of 0.10. That 0.10 is the base stake or the starting stake, and when we encounter a loss, the stake increases, and it increases in a multiple that ensures that when you encounter a win, the profit that you make recovers the previous losses, and gives you a profit, right? This signal also tells you when to cash out. Yes, we have this cash out at this point is telling us to cash out at 2x, and I know that we also have another cash out below here. This is like a safe cash out for that bet. Here we have a safe cash out telling us to cash out at 1.5, right? And you have a starting bankroll of 1,000. This is like the starting capital, and we have the updated bankroll. So this bankroll is updated when we make a bet. For example, here 0.10 was used up. We subtract it from the starting bankroll, and then we get the updated bankroll. When we make a win, the payout is added to the updated bankroll. to keep track of the wins and losses. So, and we also have the current number of wins, highest number of wins, current number of losses, highest number of losses. So this the highest number of wins and highest number of losses keeps track of the highest number of consecutive losses and wins, so that you can know on average what is the highest number of losses, right? It also shows you the total loss amount, the highest stake used, highest loss encountered, and this is just another information. They are not so useful right now. This one, bet number, shows you the number of bets that have been placed by this simulation. Also here we have the history, WL, the history of wins and losses. So when this bet wins, a W will be written there. When this bet loses, an L will be written there. And also have history X. This is for showing us the previous outcome and the prediction that were there previously, right? So let's see, did this one win? So this signal told us to bet with the amount of 0.10 and cash out at 2x. So did that win? The outcome was 1.91, which did not reach which did not go over the 2x that was expected. Because for you to win in a crash game, if you decide to cash out at 2x, the outcome should be over that 2x, right? So this one was a loss. Here we did not have a signal, so we skip this one, we skip this one, we skip that one, and then the next signal appears here. So this signal tells us to cash out at 2x, and the next bet amount is 1.20. And as you can see, like, this is bet number 2, highest loss encountered 1.3, which is like this next bet amount plus the previous bet amount. So we have a total of 1.3, right, which is the highest loss encountered. Total loss amount, or the total loss amount. So did this one win? Cash out at 2. This one lost. So we wait for the next signal. Here is the next signal telling us to cash out at 2.42 and bet an amount of 2.46. And this one did not reach that prediction. That one was a loss. So you have 3 losses so far. And after 3 losses, then we also have another signal here to bet, telling us to bet an amount of 6.07 and cash out at 2.19. So did this one reach 2.19? No. We have the 4th loss, right? And then we wait for the another signal. Here's another signal telling us to bet an amount of 8 and cash out at 5.47, right? Cash out at 5.47. So did this one win? Yes, this one won, because the previous outcome was 5.93. And as you can see, our bankroll had gone down from 1,000 to 982.17, right? And this one is the 5th bet, and we've had 4 losses. 4 losses on the 5th bet. We won, right? So like, after winning the 5th bet, we wait for the next signal. As you can see, the bankroll is updated, the profit of 25.83 already, minus the next bet amount, which is the best stake. Like I had said, after a win, the stake goes back to the initial stake, right? So as you can see here, the statistics here have been updated. Like we had the 4 losses and a 1 win. Yeah, highest stake used was 8 this one over here, and other statistics like so far the profit made was 25.83, and also this one is telling us to bet 0.10, cash out at 2.84, and that one was a loss. We go to the next signal telling us to bet an amount of 1, cash out at 2.56. Did that one win? That one was another a loss, so we wait for another signal. This signal is telling us to cash out at 3.34 and bet an amount of 2. 3.34. The outcome was 3.16, did not quite reach our prediction over there, so that one is another third loss. We wait for another signal. This signal is telling us to cash out at 2.76, bet an amount of 3, cash out at 2.76. This one reached and got an outcome of 2.67, did not quite reach our prediction there, so that's a fourth loss, right? So here we have another bet, cash out at 2.36, bet an amount of 7.43, right? Another loss, 1 2 3 4, so that's our fifth loss. So we wait for another signal. This is our signal here, bet an amount of 21.53, cash out at 2x, so that is another loss. 1 2 3 4 5, our sixth loss. So we wait for another signal. Here we have a signal telling us to cash out at 2x, so that was our sixth loss. Actually, yeah, our sixth loss. We have a next bet amount of 57.59, right? So did this one win? Let's see. Yeah, this one won, cash out at 2x, and the previous outcome was 2.07, so that one was a win. So we had how many losses? 1 2 3 4 5 6. So even here we have, like, this one is this is a counter for the current number of losses. Here you have 6 losses, and that is the highest number of losses we have had so far, 6 of them. And our bankroll had reached down to 933.28, right? So after making this profit, let's see if we recovered the loss and made a profit. So coming down here, yeah, the updated bankroll went up to 1048.36, right? The next bet amount has gone back to the initial base stake, right? And the history WL has been updated. So basically, with my thinking, what I was thinking is that if you have like a bankroll, they are this bigger, you might maybe decide to bet a few rounds, make a profit. However, as long as you are running the extension, these predictions will be sent. If you run the extension 24/7, this prediction will be sent 24/7, right? So what I wanted to show in the video is this strategy to follow. Of course, you can alter this strategy to your liking. For example, you might come and check the highest number of losses. You open up the messages, you check the highest number of losses. As you can see here, you have the highest number of losses as 6 so far. So you might decide to only also we have this statistic here that counts the current number of losses. Maybe you might decide to use a strategy that waits for this current number of losses to reach around 3 or 4, and then you begin your betting there. When the current number of losses has reached a certain number, that's when you start to bet, right? So I'd like to know if any of you decides to use this strategy. I would like to know how it's going for you, right? Also, you can scroll up and down the messages and see how the outcomes were, like Right now there's no the extension, no one is running the extension right now, so there's no message is coming through. But we can scroll down and see. We can see here we had the highest loss encounter. We can check here and see the highest number of losses was 7, highest number of wins was 12, highest loss encountered was 217.52, right? And so far the profit that was made was 55.91, right? So basically you can scroll up and down and check the statistics of this simulated bet. So that's just an idea I have for you to use as a strategy. I hope you like it and enjoy betting using that strategy.